YouTube. What's going on? Willie P coming back with another one. Let's get it. We're going to talk some hoops today. We're going to talk Game 7. Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, Philly had a chance to close out at home. But Boston Celtics, they stave off elimination. Jayson Tatum, last 5 minutes, he come alive. Jayson Tatum come alive in the last 5 minutes. So we got a big game coming up Sunday, Game 7. It's really win or go home time now. Philly had a chance to close that out at home. James Harden, Joel Embiid. They had a chance, but now they have to go back to the TD Garden, go back to Boston. Boston, they've been here before. Familiar territory for Boston. Last season, they had to go to Milwaukee to win Game 6, and they came back home to win Game 7. Went crazy from the three-point line, Boston, last year. Game 7 against Milwaukee. So, yeah, familiar territory for Boston. So, we got a Game 7. It's a big game. I'm going to get my breakdown prediction. So, lock in. We're going to talk some hoops. Lock in before I start to beat up people. I'm tired of being slash coach. Content like this, content about sports and various topics. Let's get it. Yeah, breakdown. Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers Game 7. Jayson Tatum come alive in the last 5 minutes. Before that, Jayson Tatum, he still impact the game. That's what I like about Jayson Tatum. He still impact the game with his defense. You know, he shared the ball. He's not just chucking up shots, you know, when the shot's not falling. He still impact the game in other ways, Jayson Tatum. But for Boston to have success, I'm going to break down, you know, the keys to success for both teams. But for Boston to have success, Jayson Tatum, he has to get off to a faster start. He can't wait till the second half, third quarter, fourth quarter. No, you can't. Philadelphia has shown they could win on the road. They could win in the TD Garden. So Jayson Tatum, he has to get off to a faster start. Jaylen Brown, he has to stay aggressive throughout the entire game. Jaylen Brown always get off to a great start in that first quarter, Jaylen Brown. But he has to, you know, sustain his play throughout the entire game. He has to. Boston, they have to get something from Al Horford from the three. I'm sure he'll, you know, get out of his slump. Back at home, Al Horford, he show up in games like this. You know, big Game 7 at home. You definitely count on Al Horford. Marcus Smart, he has to be everywhere. He has to impact the game from, you know, different areas on the court, whether it be defense, offense, loose balls, clutch shots. Marcus Smart, he's a clutch player. He hits some big shots. Got to stay out of foul trouble, you know, and just impact the game in, you know, different ways for Boston to have success. But I feel like if Jayson Tatum get off to a, you know, faster start with Jaylen Brown, this game can get really interesting. But, yeah, that's the keys to success for Boston. They need the role players to show up, you know. Malcolm Brogdon, he had to show up. You know, Derek White, guys like that have to hit their open shots, along with Al Horford. Keys to success for Philly to have, you know, success in this Game 7. James Harden, Joel Embiid, they have to be decisive. The moves that they make, they have to be decisive. They have to be aggressive and decisive, especially James Harden. When he, you know, running the pick and roll, Joel Embiid, he has to, you know, if he want to score that rock, you know, drop it off to Joel Embiid, he can't be indecisive. James Harden, his best games in this series is when he's made up his mind, I'm going to, you know, score the rock. I'm going to go out here and score the rock. So when James Harden make up his mind, he's had, you know, great success in this series. And Joel Embiid, he has to impact this. He has to be the best player on the floor in this game. I'm talking about defense, offense. We have to say Joel Embiid was the best player on the floor. He is truly the MVP. He has to put his stamp on this game, Game 7. He has to, in order for Philly to have success. Tyrese Maxey, he has to keep the pace going, keep the tempo going. Tyrese Maxey has to keep the tempo going. Keep Philly in that flow. When James Harden, you know, he's start walking the ball up and things like that, Maxey has to keep the tempo going. He has to. They have to get something from guys like Tobias Harris. He has to show up, give them, you know, double-digit scoring. Have to get something from Tobias. Get something for Reed down low. So Joel Embiid and James Harden, they have to be decisive. They have to be aggressive and decisive. It can't be, pump faking and hesitating, not really knowing, what they want to do with the rock. But this is familiar territory for Boston. I'm expecting, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum to come out aggressive and come out fast. They got booed at home in Game 5. They knew that wasn't acceptable, that performance they put out. Look for guys like Robert Williams to be active, on the glass, Al Horford to hit his open threes. And I look for Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown to, really get off to a faster start. They have to, get off to a faster start. And Jaylen Brown has to stay aggressive throughout the entire game, and I think he will. It's Game 7, win or go home time now. So I got Boston. Running away in that fourth quarter, last 5 minutes. Barrage of three-pointers for Boston. Just like they did last year against Milwaukee. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Drop some down in the comments. Could Joel Embiid and James Harden bring it back to Philly? Or Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown advance? They've been here before. So let me know what y'all think. I love it. Comment, like, subscribe. That's where you can help us share the video. I ain't gonna stop. You can't check me anyway. Let's get it.